This is kind of weird. And mind you, I'm not worried about these people in any way whatsoever because they are very well taken care of. But Kate, Kate, Kate. Kate has gone with the Groucho Marx eyebrows for some reason. Don't know why. But people are saying that, well, maybe she's trying to send a bit of a signal to Meghan because she's wearing the same outfit that she last wore when Meghan was at the cenotaph for the Remembrance Day. The reason why I think that is probably true, that either she's trying to mock the Duchess of Sussex, or she's sending a plea for help to the Duchess of Sussex, or maybe, I don't know what she's doing, but the hat doesn't really go with the military style coat dress that she's wearing. Totally wrong hat for that outfit. So the hat looks incredibly similar to the hat worn by the Duchess of Sussex. It says here, not really sure what to make of the Metro, the Times, the Daily Express, and Daily Mail. What's going on with the unflattering photos of Kate with her mouth askew? Okay. You know, when I was making that video, I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny just hearing my voice say that I was in tears. And by the way, thank you for the new membership there. Is that oh, okay, I got it. I got this. A Kenton X. Yes, a Kenton X. Thank you so much for the new membership. Okay, so where was I? I was talking about this video. So when I made this video, it was a few months ago. And I don't know, as soon as okay, let's listen to a little bit more of it, shall we? Let me do this. I couldn't read that without laughing. Sorry about that. But as you know, I have said quite a few times what's wrong with her mouth. So anyway, her mouth is her mouth is askew. But I think it's like she has a bit of a nervous tick and she just don't know what to do with it. So, but why in the world do they focus on Kate, the next queen consort of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and whatever territories, is Catherine's good buddy, Camilla Barker Bowles. That is the next queen consort, not Catherine. It's her buddy, or co-conspirator, or whatever you want to call it. But it's not it's not Catherine. Okay. So that was a fun trip down memory lane. They were talking about Kate today, obviously. And so anytime you mention Kate Middleton, or shall I say it better, copy Kate, anytime that comes up, it's good for a laugh for me. So when I saw that today, I was just like, oh, that is epic. And then I thought about my video from a while ago where they mentioned her mouth was askew and the Groucho Marx eyebrows. And mind you, most everything I said, that actually came from the tabloids, all except for the mouth askew. But that came from the tabloids. They were trying to build her up. And of course, as usual, anytime they try to build up Duchess of Doolittle, they always tear her down. So anyway, welcome to the live chat. Well, that was 300 the fast way. Welcome, Lori, Maria, Apia. Let's see, Lydia Washington, Marie Tucker, welcome. Vandy, okay, that's right, that's who you are. And okay, I got this. Let me drum roll, please. Okay, I give Raven 299, Jennifer Clark, welcome. B10 Pow, welcome to the live chat. Ladyfoot, Fancy Treasure Chick, Carolyn Sowers, Annie Bullard, uh, Church Nelly, Anastasia Isabella. I don't see you, but I just know you're there. Rosa Roberts, okay. Denise Jones, Cookies and Cream, Fancy, Gwendolyn Daniels, and Vangelo. That's it. I knew I had it. Tamal. I told you I got it. But yes, welcome Myra, Julia Rock, and Saw Boss TV. Welcome. Welcome Joyce Bolt. Okay, this is moving way too fast. Anyway, welcome one and all. But yeah, so anyway, I made the video about the mouth being askew, and but I have to tell you, we have a lot of fun at her expense, and um, what is this highlighted? Um, I'm okay. Let's see. Church Nelly, you've been a member for 5 months? I just caught that out the corner of my eye. You've been a member for 5 months? Wow, congratulations and thank you. Or should I say thank you and congratulations? But yeah, all of the members, thank you so much for joining Royal Sussex. So, what a messy way to start off. Okay, but this is the thing. So it seems like Catherine the Great is at her old tricks again with this. Remember, they said she was going to start dressing scientifically, right? Well, the science is it's called What Does Meghan Wear? That's the science. Whatever the Duchess of Sussex is wearing, then obviously that's what Kate's going to wear. So today, well, as you know, over Christmas time, there was those paparazzi photos of the Duchess of Sussex wearing the tan coat and everything. I'm not going to mess with that because that is a paparazzi photo, so we're just not going to go there. But we know it happened, and it's not the only look. More recently, the Duchess of Cambridge has decided to reach into the Duchess of Sussex's virtual closet and pull out one of the signature looks of the Duchess of Sussex time in the royal family. And that, of course, was the rollout for the cookbook. If you remember that, the Hub Kitchen cookbook, the Duchess of Sussex, along with, oh, anyway, why don't I just show you the photo? Okay, there it is. So she's wearing the dark, layered with the kind of electric blue, not electric blue, I guess you'd say it's a royal blue coat. Well, that look was replicated, and so was the Duchess of Sussex's signature tan coat. Now, mind you, this is coming from a family where, let's say, the Duchess of Cambridge, she usually likes to channel characters like Mary Poppins, if you will. But she decided to go for the full Duchess of Sussex look, which, of course, is supposed to be scientific because, after all, the Duchess of Cambridge is a scientist, among other things. She's also a child psychologist. She's a concert pianist. She's a whole lot of things that obviously the average woman is not. And that's putting it mildly. She's a lot of things that the average woman is not. So that's what was ablaze on the Twitter today was Copycat's usual plagiarism of the Duchess of Sussex's wardrobe. Also, the Duchess of Sussex has been able to inspire her with the hairstyle. So you got the coat, you got the hairstyle. And matter of fact, why don't I just show you the photo here? I got it for you. Copycat as usual, yeah. Copycat strikes again. I thought Kate never wore pants before. Oh, yeah, funny you should mention that. Funny you should mention that. Okay. Coming up. Coming up. Okay, so we have this look. Let me get this one for you. Okay, things are moving kind of slow. So that's the Duchess of Sussex, who I think is actually, and then that was Kate. I believe that was Kate today or yesterday. This is Kate. And of course, you know it's Kate. And how do you know it's Kate? Because her mouth is askew. Well, she's not the only one in the family that what is it about those Windsors with the weird mouth? But she's not the only one in the family with her mouth askew. Okay? You see what I'm saying? This is definitely the Duchess of Sussex palette that she's pulling off. Thank goodness the Duchess of Sussex doesn't walk around with her mouth askew. Then we'd really be in trouble. But yes, as per usual, she has done it again. So it wasn't just that, it's also the hair. The hair pulled back behind one ear. That is, of course, Meghan's look. The hair behind one ear is vintage Meghan Markle. And of course, it has been stolen. It has been hijacked by Duchess Doolittle. So, I mean, it's just so obvious. So, all right, let me get to this one. Actually, why don't I take a look at some of your comments before I go on? Don't want to miss out on that. Let's get the original back up there for the time being. Okay. But let her give the Duchess Meghan a nod and the credit instead of taking the glory. Yeah, Treasure Chick, I don't know if this is a nod or is this like a tweak in her nose at it. You know what I'm saying? Is this just like tweaking Meghan's nose by doing the ultimate insult by mocking her, even at a time when it has been made public that the Sussexes are obviously not welcome back into Narnia? Obviously, they're not welcome back in Narnia because of this whole thing with the security. And so, in the absence of the Duchess of Sussex, you have Duchess Doolittle running about imitating her. I mean, this is not that's not a good look for her. The hair behind the ear, you see what I mean? When I saw that, I'm just like, seriously, again? And yes, it's happening again. As a matter of fact, I didn't actually like rewatch the whole video. Let me see what else did I say months ago. So it gets better. I noticed something while making this video. How in the world did the Duchess of Cornwall get moved out to the périphérique, as they say in French? Why is she on the perimeter? Shouldn't she be center stage? How did that happen? Something odd is going on. I mean, the newspapers has already given Catherine the Great her position as the Queen Consort, but yet the actual Queen Consort and the reigning Princess of Wales officially is to her right instead of being center stage. What happened? When I post these, I'm going to block out which Twitter account they come from because, again, I don't want to make trouble for anybody. But this was a perfect nickname for Kate. Jazz Hands really had a face like thunder for part of today's Remember It's Sunday stuff. We have coverage on that and more tomorrow. Okay, so... Well, when she talks, sometimes Kate's hands are kind of flailing about all over the place. Well, she really does get into a little bit of Steve Fosse, So So jazz hands is perfect for Kate because, she's got all that jazz. Again, I think there's a bit of a nervous tick. But now, if you read the tabloid headlines, because a lot of times, actually most times, I'm satisfied with the headlines. I don't really need to go into the story because you already know it's something that tries to build Kate up into something that she has never been and never will be. But, poor Kate, I don't know what's going on with her, but they said that what she wore for Remembrance Day was kind of like sending a signal to Meghan in some kind of way. So Meghan had a little more of a dramatic eyebrow and makeup for, I guess you would call it the smoky-eyed look that she had for what probably was her last Remembrance Day, or maybe it was one before that. But Meghan, of course, looked amazing. But with Kate, it's like she decided to take the eyebrow up a tick or two. And this is not the first time that there's been confusion about Catherine and her eyebrows, where she doesn't seem to know where she's going with it. So it looks very obvious that Catherine, who, believe it or not, I think is like the same age as Meghan, right? But yet very different. Anyway, they're the same age. I'm not going to get that shady. But but Catherine looks like Catherine. And okay, sometimes I'll go back and look at some of my old videos. You know what? I almost forgot that I'm doing the live chat. Let me get rid of this because let me get rid of this. I need to get rid of it. That's what I need to do. But yeah, sometimes I'll look back at the old live chats and I find myself, I guess, looking at it with a new pair of eyes, not eyebrows, because I'm not Kate, but I find myself looking at it with a new pair of eyes. Oh yeah, then there's this. Remember the pantsuit? That was another occasion when Catherine the Great decided that she would channel the Duchess of Sussex. And I mean, yeah, I mean, this is the video. This is the other video, but you could see the classic looks of the Duchess of Sussex, and there's jazz hands doing it herself. So I just didn't know that this topic or subject would be revisited so soon. But yeah, a lot of fun. And okay, this is a whole nother subject right here where the Queen was seen for the first time driving solo. So let's not get back into that one. Let me just get rid of this video. And there we go. Okay, back to the live. But anyway, I hope that was a lot of fun for you. You guys, I'll put that link for that video into the I'll put it into the community tab so you guys could watch it again if you like. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me go to your comments and see what you guys have to say. Hello, Iris. Poor Tintin. She's always trying to outdo Meghan. Yeah, she is. She's always trying to outdo her. Okay, let me see here. Let me see. Whoever it is, I'm guessing it must not like her. Oh, you mean that from the tabloids, the ones that are always like, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's. I mean, this is what's trending on the Twitter right now is copycat. That's what's trending right now is the copycat. The tan coat. Let me see if I can find the tan coat thing that she did today. because this one is just so obvious. This is the one that really gets me is this one. But yeah, she did like a tan coat turtleneck look, and we all know Copycat wears her Mary Poppins coat, well, not Mary Poppins coat dresses. I mean just her imitation Queen of Elizabeth coat dresses. But yeah, let me see if I can find that one for you guys. But yeah, it's been another one of those days for Copycat where she just couldn't do enough of the Meghan imitations. And that is what has been trending today on Twitter, among other things. And you know what, guys, some of the heavier stuff. I mean, I guess I believe that I am just a bit burnout from it. Um, it's been just a heavy week ever since the thing about the security, and I have been trying to do my best to um distract myself away from it. But the whole thing with Megan, I'm sorry, not Megan, but Harry offering to pay for the security, even though I've managed to have a good laugh, you guys have managed to have a good laugh, it has been a very painful period for me to have to witness this, I guess, act of, well, I don't want to call it aggression because there's, that would imply too much to say that, but it's this leaving the Sussexes like a sitting duck should they return. I don't even have the words for that because I don't even want to say what I think it is because, I might get in trouble if I do that. So I'm not going to say it, but it's reckless and irresponsible for them to not agree to pay for their security. That really, really bothers me. And I didn't know how much it bothered me until I tried to not think about it, which is all I have thought about since they allowed that information to leak. To try and not think about it has been very difficult because I just don't like what it says. I don't like what it says about him, and I don't like what it says about the other one, although I'm not surprised, but I think between the two of them, I just I understand why people say the queen has a lot to do with this, but I just don't think that she's in that position right now. I don't think the queen is in a position to dictate that kind of stuff. I think that the rot is coming from father and son. That's what I think. And the media, the tabloid media has decided to align themselves with I guess the royal households, whether it's Clarence House or Kensington or even Buckingham Palace. The royal rotors seems to have their heads in the sand, and they have all closed rank. I mean, literally, they have all decided that this narrative that the Metropolitan Police or Royal Protections officers are not for sale, they all seem to go along with that. When the truth is, it has happened before. And even here in the United States, there have been times when private citizens have paid for security from, especially when it comes to the local police. I'm pretty sure that whether it's the local police or whether it's whatever security agency, I'm sure Harry's not choicy so long as it is someone who is, let's face it, someone who's armed and able to protect them, someone who is able to negotiate or establish or coordinate with an official police agency over there instead of them going, unarmed and not having any official capacity in the UK. I mean, Harry is a former soldier. He knows I don't want to say a setup, but he knows when there's a setup when he sees it. Yeah, I just said it, a setup. He knows better, and he knows that it's necessary. There was the incident after the well child, so he's not taking any chances when it comes to his family. Let's see. Um, Arnold Saunders, I did see that, and you know what? Before I go too deep into that and cause myself to get upset, why don't I just yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you so much because you're saving me from a lot of heartache. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Arnold. You are saving me from a lot of heartache because I don't want to start beating that drum again. A few persistent rumors have spread through the Montecito community, thus proving the old adage that a lie can get halfway around the world before the truth can even get its boots on. Here are a couple that we've thoroughly debunked. And of course, it has to do with the idea that the Sussexes are going to move away from Montecito. You know, I believe they're saying that it all started with a real estate guy. So Harry and Meghan are looking at properties and possibly moving to, what is that, Burnham Wood? Apparently, this one was started by hopeful realtor listing a property in Burnham. Okay, you know what? I got the rest of this. Let me just find that. Yes, Arnold, thank you for saving me because I was about to jump into it. And for my mental well-being, it's a better idea to talk about this. I mean, this is also irritating, but it doesn't have directly to do with the family security. It's more like indirectly associated with the security of the Sussexes. Either way, it is upsetting. And it was all predicated on a lie. Let's see. I think this is the other part of that. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, let me see if I can find it. There's another slide for that. But yeah, that's how that started. It was just some idea to help promote real estate, and of course, the tabloids latched onto it and ran for dear life to see if they could make some money off of it, so they could monetize it for their collective tabloid newspapers, and they were very successful with it. Um, it became a big talking point. Let's see. That was part of it. Is this it? Nope, nope, nope. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's part one. Okay, part two of it. I believe this is the second part of that story. Okay, wanted to gin up interest in it, but had no idea what worldwide press would jump on anything that mentioned these two. He had no idea. Let me say that again. As influential as the Sussexes are, he just wanted to gin up interest in it, but had no idea that worldwide press would jump on anything that mentions these two. Obviously, he must have known, and this is just my words, not his or anybody else's. He obviously knew that there was something to mentioning the Sussexes. Otherwise, why would he do it? And it worked just like a charm. If you put out a story that they got allergies, the Sun, Globe, and other tabloid-esque outlets will run it on the spot. You know, the point of them moving here was to have a nice community to fit in, enjoy, and be a part of. We're pretty good around here at respecting people's privacy. Realtors who want to overhype a listing, be warned. Okay? Okay? You see what I mean? Okay? He wanted to gin up interest in it. That's what he wanted. He wanted to gin up interest in it and caused all kind of like misinformation to circle the globe. They are influential, and everything you attach their names to sells. Everything. Good, better, indifferent, it sells. Hello, Reba Henderson. Okay. Run it without checking the facts. Yeah. And he had to know. He had to know. I mean, come on. He had to know that that was going to happen. Um yeah, they are very protective, Dina. They are very protective. And it in spite of that, I guess there's always going to be these outside forces that decide that they are going to, you know, I guess try to make a couple bucks off of them, and somehow they manage to, I guess, create this global interest and worldwide story, and this idea that they're trying to move away, just to, like they say, gin up interest in it. Hey, Ronnie, get some policy of uh, violation law. Well, one would hope, but chances are nothing's going to happen to this guy. I mean, unless someone got hurt, God forbid, then chances are he's just gotten away with something. And who knows, probably even made a name for himself in the process. I hope the. Yes, let me just find her. There we are. There she is right there. That liar, is that the one you're talking about? The one who seems to be obsessed with the Sussexes? Yeah, I hope Camilla is a liar. Heard what was said about the Sunburn and the Globe and the Fail too. Tabloids, not good word here in the USA. Yeah, um, not that she cares. She'll just go on one of those morning shows and make some excuse for herself. It's not that she even cares. It'll be like thinking that this one has a conscience, and I don't think either one of them has a real conscience. Hi, Beverly Hardy. Remember when Harry did the James Corbin show? James tried to talk about Meghan into buying the house where the Fresh Prince of Bel Air was filmed. Meghan said no more moving. Yes, great point, Beverly. No, great point. They carefully selected that house. Not even TMZ had any clue about it, and well, they're home now, and they're going to stay there. Everything that they need, every connection, um, everything that Archie and Lily needs, it's all there at that property. There's no necessity to move. Um, even if someone rode their bike down the path toward their house, at least she's an actual property owner. That did happen today too. So let me see. No better. Once also talked about seeing Harry in a ponytail. Reba Arthur, Rob Lowe's remarks about Prince Harry with the ponytail. Rob Lowe has a very glib sense of humor, and I don't believe that he was in any way trying to compromise the safety of the Sussexes. I don't even know that he's ever met the Sussexes. He just has that very weird sense of humor. The man has been clean and sober for years, and maybe that's making him weird. I don't know, but I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it. And from the words that he used, nothing was going to lead a path to their front door. So try not to dwell on that because I don't think he meant anything by it. Oh, is that nose getting to you? Okay, let's get rid of her. Okay. What about this shady one? No, too much? Okay. Got the memo. Thank you. Okay. What do we have here? Robert Jobson gets angrier at the Sussexes for leaving every day. One day he will explode. Yes, Um, Robert Jobson seems to take his marching orders from Prince Charles. Not officially, just allegedly. Seems to take his marching orders from Prince Charles. He's very Camp Charlie. So I think he would actually be a really good journalist if he wasn't enjoying the fruits of the royal roader or being a royal reporter, whatever his title is. But he's enjoying that work too much. He's very well fed and very well connected. So Robert Jobson seems to, have a real sweetheart of a deal just reporting on the royals all the time. And I don't think there's any way that he would ever do a proper job. So he said some really bad things about William in the past, which surprised me about how. Well, I think the story that I'm referencing is a time when Robert Jobson like really laid into William for not actually going to the what is it the Commonwealth Day. William went skiing instead of going to the Commonwealth, and Robert Jobson really laid into him for that one. And of course, about him going out to the nightclub and everything. So when he wants to, do a good job, he can, but it's nothing objectionable about him. He seems to pick a side and sticks with it. And I think the side that he has chosen is that of Prince Charles. So um, and it's too bad. I mean, if any of these reporters really started to report on things within the royal family instead of, you know, eating their food and going to lunch and drinking with them and giving all of these like grace and favor reports, it would be more interesting to me. But because it's so one sided, I could never really enjoy it. Remember the children's book where the wild things are? They're a line in it that reminds me of the gutter press and royal family. Don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so. Oh, I don't remember that one. Thank you, Ruth. Um, use Harry. Add so ponytail. So did he get lies trending all over? Lil Rock, I think Rob Lowe just learned a very big lesson. It's the same lesson that maybe that real estate guy learned, and that is, you know, if you throw the Sussexes in there, there's going to be global interest instantly. It is going to trend like crazy. This is why they don't want the Sussexes over in the UK, because anything the Sussexes are attached to trends like crazy. And for that reason, they um they tend to feel threatened by them because like I said, whether it's good things or bad things, if you just throw Sussex in there, people start watching, and that's why with that report about the from Chris Bosey, the Spot Sentinel report, where they reported on what the YouTube accounts making $3.5 million collectively. These people made $3.5 million from hate channels toward the Sussexes. I mean, that's a lot of money. $3.5 million. And so it's a combination of the YouTube, the Twitter, um, and whatever other social media they use. But they made a lot of money just from invoking the name Harry and Meghan. So that lets you know that there's definitely money to be made out there. And these hate channels, they can get 100,000 views from lies. Easily get 100,000 views. I've only gotten 100,000 views twice, and quite by chance. Not that I thought it was going to happen, but quite by chance. And these people can get like 50, 60, 70,000 views on any given day of the week just for their hostility against the Sussexes. So, what does that tell you? Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? If Harry and Meghan wants to move, is their house, is their business. People move all the time for various reasons and should go get a life. Leave the Sussexes alone. Yes, Donald Lee Rodney. Um, exactly. If they want to move, that's their business. But uh, they're, I was thinking today, one of the reasons why, and I'm actually kind of down right now. I'm not like in the best of moods because one thing that I thought of today that really bothered me is just that this um I guess hostility against the Sussexes from the tabloid press is never ending. I just don't know that there's an end to it. There's too much for them to gain. I hope it ends. I hope it does, but I I just had to accept some things today that this may go on for a long time. And it didn't really dawn on me that the Sussexes could not return to Narnia. It didn't dawn on me until today. I just thought about that today. I'm just like, they really don't want them back. They are really so threatened by the Sussexes that they don't want them back. And they don't want them to have any type of role in that country, not even for things that has nothing to do with the royal family. So that was a sobering reality that I had. I didn't see it that way. I thought that, the Sussexes were only limited because of the pandemic, but now it's obvious that they can't return because they're not welcome and that they won't have protection over there. And I can't even believe I'm talking about this because I was trying to avoid it, but it's just really no way to avoid it because it happened, it exists. Prince Harry wants to go home, if you will. He wants to go home, not to his, Montecito home, but to his birthplace. And it's painful to me that he cannot share that experience with his children. And he's prevented from doing so because perhaps his brother, maybe his father, and who knows, maybe even his grandmother. I don't know. I don't know. It's not clear exactly if it's all of the above or two of them, but whatever it is, they're not welcome to go back. He's not allowed to go home. Isn't that something? He's not welcome to go home. That's something that a lot of people would take for granted, but it's as though essentially he's exiled from his own country, from his birthplace. And no matter what he sacrificed for that country, he's not welcome home. And that is very, very painful. So I don't know what to say. I just can hope that things get better, but it seems like the people that make the call have made up their mind and they don't really care what people think. They really don't care what people think, and that's what makes it so dangerous is that just like with Diana, just like with so many other things, they don't care. And that's what makes them very dangerous. So let me get to a couple comments and then I'm going to go to a different topic. Um, let's see. Diane Hawkins says the um, the only they wanted the Sussexes back in the UK are the royal leftovers. The media wants them back bad, thirsty, big, bad. It's ironic, but they might just be the ones to provide a breakthrough. Well, that I could see that happening. So at least they have them to, go after again. As awful as that sounds, but at least they'll have them to pick on. It's welcomed by the British people. Yeah, Donna Black, I understand the difference. They're welcomed by the people, but it's the people that need to protect them do not want them back, and that's what makes it so bad. The people that are supposed to protect them. So, yeah, Elaine, it's a painful, sobering reality, and I hope I'm not bringing people's moods down, but that's what's on my mind right now. That is exactly what's on my mind right now. I'm so bothered by that. Yeah, when they get older, Queen Bee, they will appreciate it. They're going to be like the most interesting kids in, or should I say, the most interesting royals, not just children, but the most interesting royals in the world. The Sussex kids. Everybody is going to want to talk about them. So, a few more comments, and then I'm going to go to WellChild. His attorney used it as an example in response. He was probably planning to stop over to get from IG. The judicial review has not rendered a decision. Robin Rogers, I hope the decision is favorable. And let's remember, Harry is not the one who called this to attention. Harry was not looking for attention. Now, the people on the talk shows, um, those angry middle-aged women on the talk shows in the UK seem to believe that Harry wanted attention. And of course, the tabloid press thinks that Harry is trying to use this to make money as a victim, when the truth is he's not the one that mentioned it. It was leaked to the tabloids. It was a leak, a massive leak to the tabloids that required him to quickly issue a statement saying that it was a leak. I don't really want to talk about it, but now that we're here, this is what's happening. But it was a leak. It wasn't Harry. This was the same type of leak that put them in danger before, which again is why I'm so bothered by this. So, okay, let me see what else we got here. Know that they are more loved globally and recognized universally than them. Absolutely. Okay. You're concerned, as we all are, regarding the Sussex's safety. I know Prince Harry will find a way around the remainder on that island. Remainders. Okay. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Gosh, what haven't they done to him? What haven't they done to him so far? Every little sly thing that they could do to Harry, they've already done it. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm frustrated. We can get despondent with the Sussex squad in the corner. Sussexes will never be alone. Absolutely, Miranda Rios. They will never be alone. We are ride and die for the Sussexes, and with God in their corner, they will prevail. Yep, ride or die. Ride or die. Ride or die. Absolutely. You're so right. Okay. Well, Elaine, it's not the people, it's just the that minority of people in control. So you know, if only there was a way to get through to the people who can make a difference. If only there was a way. And the same thing they will did to ex-king. Oh, King Edward, yeah, the Duke of Windsor. This social media, the world. Well, yeah, as long as it's social media, as long as we keep our receipts, we have to keep our receipts, and we have to call them out. How about if they just go to Scotland? Go to Scotland. Um, I know it may not be the same for Harry, but just go to Scotland. If nothing else happens, go to Scotland. I'm sure the people in Scotland are um, more generous than the government there would definitely protect them, I hope. Thank you for saying that, Lydia. Protect him and his family. Yeah, I mean, he's willing to pay. That's the thing, is he's willing to pay. And they make it sound so seedy and so underhanded that he wants to, oh, the royal protection is not for hire. Like he offered to pay to try to get away with something. They tried to make it sound so, I guess, like he was being too American. This isn't America. You can't just pay for royal protection. Oh, give me a break. So, anyway, let me just do this. I pray that I'm feeling better about this tomorrow, but I'm sorry, it's just bothering me. Every year, I look forward to honoring the incredible recipients of the WellChild Award, and I encourage everyone in the UK to get involved this year. The last 2 years have been hard on everyone, but for these families, far harder than most. Spread the word that nominations are now open, or nominate someone you know today. WellChild patron, the Duke of Sussex. You guys got that? Nominate someone for the WellChild. So that was on their website. is to get those nominations out there for the WellChild. Which only reminds me, oh gosh, I see I can't even get away from it. That reminds me, there was a security incident when he left the WellChild Awards last time. See what I mean? I can't get away from it. It's everywhere. Everywhere I look, it's this same story. These children and their parents never cease to amaze and inspire me. Spread the word that nominations are now open, or nominate someone you know today. Patron Harry, Duke of Sussex. That was another part of that. So, okay, let's see what you all have to say about the WellChild. But before that, let me show you something. This is the Duke of Sussex's brother, his own brother. I found this today. While I was looking for something else, I found a receipt.
I feel tempted to cry, God for Harry, England and St George. But I really don't want to lower the tone by bringing my brother into it.
Yeah, that's his brother. That's Harry.
I feel tempted to cry, God for Harry, England and St George. But I really don't want to lower the tone by bringing my brother into it.
Well, that's the person that I don't like him. I really, really do not like him. I know. And sometimes, like I say, I keep receipts. I keep receipts not knowing when and if I'll ever need them. And I guess I never showed that before because I just didn't want to have to acknowledge that, you know. But that's his brother. That's his brother. That is Harry's brother. That is the one who ran him away from the Kensington Palace with his wife and unborn nephew. That's the one who ran him away. The one who was so incandescent with rage. So, what can I say? That happened. So let me see. Well, he had hair back then. He had hair back then, and I guess the more he lost hair, the more incandescent he became. So thank you, Sheila Watson. I needed to see that one. Pay for his own security. His own family security is the only shocking to the royal family because for the royal family, the concept of paying for anything themselves is foreign to them. I'd say amen to that one. I would say amen to that one. Yeah, but there was always a nastiness to William's humor that was in. William does not really have a sense of humor, but most sociopaths don't. Nasty attitude is the reason why God took his hair and made him look like his daddy. uh, Royal family members don't want Lilibeth to meet Lilibeth. It's let me see. I only think that the Lambridges don't want to be overshadowed by the Sussex's presence in the UK. Yeah, that's and that's exactly what it is. They don't want to have to deal with that type of they don't want to see the Sussexes as a couple happy with each other. They don't want the children to become these centers of attention. Although I really doubt that the Sussexes are going to put the children on display. They're not the ones that do that. That's the Cambridges. They're the ones who said that they were going to raise their children differently, only to put their children on display because they were desperate to prove to people that they were in love with each other. You got that? The Cambridges were so desperate to prove to people that they have this um, huge bond, this big connection with one another. They were so anxious to prove to people that they were this loving couple. No greater love has there ever been, that they decided to start putting their children on display. We have seen very little of the Sussex children here. I doubt if we would see much of them over in the United Kingdom. Whatever reasons Harry wants to take the family back over there, if he wants to take his family, is going to be a very private situation involving that very same family that has been making life so difficult for him. But speaking of displays of affection, while digging through some of my receipts today in preparation for this live, let me show you something I found. Take a look at that. This was Harry and Nacho. I think there was a charity event for Centabale. And if you notice, Harry is so in love that he's just look at the way he's walking. And now the dip knee. I love that. I cannot tell you how many times I have watched this over and over again. Watch the knee. That's love. I mean, he's just that when I see this, I'm just like, finally, Harry has a partner. Harry has a partner. He has someone that he loves, someone to share this experience with, that god awful family of his. Finally, Harry is happy, only to find out that the family not only was going to turn against her, but they also turned against him. They turned against his son and even went to war with his infant baby daughter over a name. That's his family. They went to war against his infant baby daughter's name. All in the name of Queen and country. The infant daughter, was such a threat to the security of the royal family that they literally went to war and wouldn't even put her in the line of succession for what, months was it? How long did it take for it to even get her name in the line of succession? You know, all of these things I have been suppressing for a while have just kind of bubbled up on me. So I'm sorry, folks. I am so sorry that I'm just not my usual jovial self, but what can I say? I'm just at that point. Let's see. Let me get this off the screen. Okay. Let's see. They can't pay for Meghan's upkeep before, while in the Gilded Gates. Now it's repeat for no security to visit his whole family when no storyline. And Harry didn't even talk about it. It was leaked by one of those households, and then I guess it was the Daily Mail, was it? They couldn't wait to go to press with it, which only makes the matter worse because then they get a chance to say that Harry is forcing the Queen's hand while she already has so much to deal with. He's forcing the Queen's hand because she's already got so much that's going on right now. How could he? How could he do this to her? How could he? I mean, look at what she's really up against. It ain't got nothing to do with those kids or the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I mean, this is the real problem, but you wouldn't know it from the tabloid press. Let's see. The author of the People. Let's see. Same People magazine, who pulled the article related to people who are making money by hating on Meghan. Yeah, People magazine. If I'm correct, and let's see, I'm not the oldest person in the chats right now. But let me see if I can recall. Didn't People magazine originate as part of Time magazine? Kind of like Newsweek at one time was a reputable, source, and now they're a tabloid. People was the section of Time magazine. And so once the Star and the Enquirer began to rise in popularity, Time magazine decided to create People as their kind of Hollywood version of, of Time magazine. Time, life, people, just one syllable names, very short names. And so yeah, and if I'm correct, I believe was it life was like one of the departments or sections within the Time magazine, and then that's how People evolved. Well, yeah, it might be British now, but I do believe it was actually part of Time magazine at one point, because I remember the old Time magazines, they had a section called People. And then I want to say back in the 70s, I'm not saying I was alive in the 70s, but back in the 70s, it became a magazine in its own right. So, let's see. Oh, Sonia Johnson, I understand what you're saying. It just, that once that it when that thing with the security, it just took the shine. I mean, though, should I say the smile right off my face? Uh, yes, I did hear about that, Demonia. I did hear about that, Iris Demonia. Andre Leon Talley. This guy was a giant in the fashion industry. I actually watched several, I want to say at least 2 or 3 documentaries about him. And I also began to read his bio and everything. And yeah, that guy was incredible. He was incredible. There's some of the stories that he could tell. He studied French literature and Russian literature, and he wanted to teach English. I mean, incredible life that he had, and even lived in Paris for a while. So, oh, I tell you, what a life he's had. But yeah, I did see that, and that was just like, okay, 2022, what are you up to? 2022, why? Why are you doing this? Why so much of whatever this is you're doing? So yeah, yeah, he will be missed. He will definitely be missed. And I was hoping that that situation with his house would be resolved and that he could, stay there. And I guess with the pandemic and everything, it just wasn't much work for him. But yeah, I believe it or not, I've read a lot about him, and I've watched I was binge watching interviews that he's done on the YouTube recently. Yes, yes, absolutely. Let's see. Biden should make Meghan, as she is a citizen, foreign dignitary. Yeah, Angela, I was thinking about that. And there's no way that he could do something like that without causing more problems for herself and even causing more problems for the Sussexes. But yeah, I would love for them to have some official capacity where they would be protected automatically. As And it's amazing how the Secret Service provides protection for foreign dignitaries, including the royal family, provides protection for different department heads in the United States for long periods of time, but yet the royal family cannot even protect one of their own. What They won't even protect one of their own. How awful is that? Awful. Meghan children are the Queen and Charles. That is too bad with the health of the Queen, especially her namesake. Yeah, but does the Queen even care? Phyllis Johnson? Does the Queen even care? It's hard to tell. I would think that if it was important to the Queen, that she would do something about it, because when it's convenient, the Queen is all knowing and all seeing and in control of everything. But when it's not convenient, then they weaponize her age and everybody's picking on her. Everybody's making life difficult for her. Let me say. They want to cut him down before he and Meghan reach their potential. In a few years, Harry and Meghan will be unstoppable. Charles and Will know that and want to stop it. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's just the idea of them invading their home turf, so to speak. Maybe that's the reason why they are so determined to keep them away or keep them at bay. 822 people. I just noticed that. I'm rambling away and sorting through my feelings. I do apologize for not acknowledging all the people that just joined us recently, but I'm trying to work through some things. I think a few of us are trying to work through some things, like most of us, with this whole security thing. And it seems like no matter what I say, I go right back to it. So, what is there to be done? I don't know. Ugh. This is going to take a minute. I hope that this weekend I can put this behind me. Uh, um, but they'll find some kind of way to. And just notice, once this came out, then guess who we were not talking about? Guess who was hands off once this came out? Once this came out, all of a sudden there wasn't much to say about him. This was a coordinated event and very effective. Whoever started it knew exactly what they were doing, obviously. Thank you, Joseph Bruno. Okay. Lots of dust. Charles is still able to get on the plane private to go to California to see the children. So is Willie Boy and Skinny Girl Kate if they really want to. Well, Kate said that she can't wait to meet her. That's what Kate said. Oh, no, I haven't, but oh, I can't wait to meet her. Remember, she mumbled that out with her phony self. Phony. Would protect a child. Yep. And even if it is her son, oh, I'm glad I caught myself. I can't say that, otherwise YouTube would get me. I could think about it, but I can't say it. Let's see. Great solution. The U.S. government make Meghan a humanitarian ambassador, and her children's credentials make it mandatory for the UK to provide security to the Sussex family. I would love that, Kim. I just can't help but think that would backfire somehow. And the tabloid press is already distracting us away from talking about Andrew. And if that happened, could you imagine the coverage on all of the British television shows, ITV? Everybody would have a field day with that. And of course, Hoghead Morgan would definitely lay into it, and it would just be a big circus. So I would love for that to happen, but I think it would cause even more problems. But you know what? I don't have all the answers. I hope it does happen, because I would like for Harry to have a chance to go to the UK, even if it is just a stopover, but at least have a chance to go there and mend some fences with people worth talking to. Um, Reconnect with some old friends and family or whatever. I would like for him to have the opportunity to do that. Prince Harry didn't leak. It was about the security, and I doubt if he's worried about the UK security, because that means he won't be at the Jubilee, so that's good. Yeah, and that's assuming that he doesn't want to be at the Jubilee. I mean, we don't know that he doesn't want to go, but at least he should have the option. He should at least have the option to go, and let him decide at that point, am I close enough to these people that I want to share this moment with them? And that, of course, includes his grandmother. Am I really close enough to them? And 95 years old, even though the Queen can read a teleprompter, it doesn't mean that she's altogether there. It doesn't mean that Harry may actually chat with the Queen on the Zoom calls. He may actually chat with his grandmother, and maybe the Queen is just not altogether there, and perhaps Harry is troubled, and maybe, but this is a negotiation that's been going on since the beginning of stepping back. Oh, thank you, Queen Bee. Thank you so much for the super sticker. That's very sweet of you. Sorry if I'm sorry if I'm being a Debbie Downer today. But thank you so much for the super sticker. It's like that song on Saturday Night Live. When things are going your way and you feel okay, then along comes Debbie Downer. And I forgot how the whole song goes. And then it goes, always here to tell you about a new disease, a car accident, or killer bees. You beg her to spare you. Oh, Debbie, please, but you can't stop Debbie Downer. That's me today, Debbie Downer. You guys have to see that on Saturday Night Live, Debbie Downer. That's me today. Always here to tell you about a new disease, a car accident, or killer bees. You beg her to spare you. Oh, Debbie, please, but you can't stop Debbie Downer. Okay. Okay, I got that out of my system. Woo! Okay, we're good. We're good. Thank you, Queen Bee. You just snapped me out of that. Okay, let's see what this one says. Meghan, as a dignitary, would have the U.S. media leading the way. She is not a British princess. Then, let me see. She is not British princess, but American dignitary. I honestly wish she would. We might have a greater chance to see the glamorous events. Yeah, there was a time when I would have loved to have seen her like go to something formal with the whole tiara and everything, but now I'm just like, forget that. That's just, let jazz hands have that. Let her have it. Let's see, Baron, we have about to be down several times, but Meghan and Harry have risen above anything the tabloids thought. Okay. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that. Okay. You're quite welcome. Again, you can find that on Saturday Night Live with Rachel Dratch. My favorite is the one where they went to Disney World. That's my favorite Debbie Downer. So if you go and find it, go find the one where they're in Disney World. That was a lot of fun. I was here to tell you about a new disease, a car accident, or killer bees. You beg her to spare you. Oh, Debbie, please, but you can't stop Debbie Downer. Love that song. Because of your laughter, it caught me from the start. I smile all the while listening and agreeing. Thank you, Mercedes Keys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, we have to laugh to keep from crying some days, and it's also good. I mean, it's supposed to release some type of chemical in the body that helps you live longer or something or keeps you healthier. So, yeah, we need to make time to have a good laugh. Yeah, I mean, she would still be a UK princess, Princess Henry of Wales, I believe. But yeah, I mean, she's always going to be a princess as long as she and Harry are one. She's, I'm sorry. I think it is like Sarah, Duchess of York, Sarah Tosuck Ferguson. I mean, she's still a duchess, so, and they're not even married anymore. So there you have it. And sometimes when I want to get to the derangers, I just remind them that she is a princess. And I'll even go and Google her bio, and then I would like when I used to be on Facebook all the time, I would go to those different like comments and everything, and I would add that to the comments. I would like cut and paste it so that they could see that, or copy and paste, so that they can see that her official title um, is just part of it, but she's also a princess of the realm, and her working job title is Princess of the Realm. Taking a step back means nothing. She is still HRH, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, still an HRH. And so is that other guy that, you know, the one that's actually doing his mother in. Yeah, he's also an HRH, and that hasn't changed. Stripping him of all those little honorary things did nothing to his HRH status. And unlike the Sussexes, they're still paying for his protection. They are protecting Gary Glitter. Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. That slipped. Let's see. If Princess Meghan had only been about fashion, they wouldn't have had a problem with her so much. They could look down on her then. Yep. Right, Dora, because um, it wasn't enough that she dressed very smartly, if you will, but she also had brains. She has brains, and she's not afraid to, demonstrate the fact that, yes, I have a fine education and I do good deeds. She has managed to do a lot of good deeds in spite of her busy work schedule. And she knows a lot of people. That's the other thing. It's not like she would go to the royal family and occasionally she might see someone that she knows. I mean, her Rolodex is filled with some really interesting people. Not all the richest people and stuff like that, but just very interesting people. Let's see. Baltimore and his wife publicly says they want to see Harry and Meghan, but not letting them come to the country is so underhanded. Yep. Yeah, because you remember Duchess Doolittle had that big production about wanting to see Lily Diana. She had that big production about wanting to see her, but we all know that that was just a big farce, and that the last thing she wants to see is Lily Diana. Okay. Let me go to my notes and see if I covered everything that I wanted to speak about today. Wow, hour and 18 minutes. There are 854 of you all. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday evening. And yeah, you know what, you guys, I'm going to snap out of this weekend. I'm going to try to focus on some other things. And one thing I know for sure is that the Sussexes are going to have an amazing year. So I shouldn't even give it much thought. Someone on the Twitter posted a lovely photo of Harry and his mother Diana. So let me share that with you. This might be just the thing I need to take the edge off. Oh, and by the way, where is that at? Thank you so much, Don't Start. Bear, and I wonder if the British media forcing the royal family's hand with removing the option of security is a better way for them to get their red meat. Let me look at that again. Let me see. Hand with removing the option. I don't know. I don't know because they. Anyway, thank you for the super sticker, but I don't know because it is so manipulative and sneaky. I mean, are they just is this just to have something to talk about? Is this to distract from Andrew? Is this to just help get them over there so they can have that to talk about? Or are they really secretly hoping that they don't come so they can have that to talk about? I think they would rather have them than not have them there. So that they can have that, because after all, they did try to there was some paparazzi chasing Harry from the WellChild event, so surely they want them there. Yeah, so surely they want them there. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Anyway, this is the beautiful photo I wanted to share. I've never seen this one before. It seems like I should have, but I don't recall this photo. So I don't know if you guys saw that. If you're on Twitter today, perhaps you've seen it, but so beautiful. You know, I'm not even sure this is helping me right now because it makes me think of other things, but I just I'm so glad for Harry that for the short time that he had his mother there for him, she must have done a lot of work to assure that he would not get stuck. He would not be like tied to that family forever. So thank you, Princess Diana. As usual, we have to show our gratitude and our love for our two queens. So our Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana, and of course our other queen, the Queen of Everything, Doria. Thank you, Doria, for all of the hard work. And of course, we know that you are sacrificing a lot of your privacy and such. But thank you, Doria. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, it's a sacrifice, but I tell you, the Sussexes and those grandchildren, they are worth the extra effort. Okay, more comments. Hi, Carol Purdue. There is a lot to look forward to for Harry and Meghan this year. Invictus. There is a Netflix documentary on Invictus. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Let me see. The podcast hopefully will be coming soon. And who knows what else. And of course, Pearl. Let's not forget Pearl, which I heard today that they hired an animator. Or, I'm sorry, they're trying to hire someone who has skills as an animator for Pearl. So that's a good thing. It's going to be very well worth it when it comes out, knowing the Sussexes, and of course, with the production teams at Netflix, at the Archwell, the Archwell Productions, they have hired other people to work on that already. So I think, as the blues singer Coco Taylor would say, it's going to be a wang dang doodle. Yes, Coco Taylor would say it's going to be a wang dang doodle. And because I'm of a certain age, I'm not even sure I can reach it, but it's going to be a wang dang doodle. Okay, yes, it is definitely a distraction, but also blackmail and coercion, and their control file of negative articles is in full motion hourly. Yes, Lil Rock, that is so true. That is so true. I mean, they're making money. They're making money. Whatever they're paying out, they're going to try to recoup it. And actually look into the background to see if she is intelligent, intellectual, influential, knows people in high places, the UN, as well as people on the other side of the camera. Well, Bellissima, I actually saved an article from one of the tabloids where, before they decided to attack the Duchess of Sussex, the article actually says this is someone that you really need to know. And they were boasting about, her trips to Africa and all of the good deeds and stuff that she had done. I mean, it was a beautiful article, but this is before they turned against her. So, believe it or not, there was some good articles out there. I actually saved that one, but it would take me a month of Sundays to try to dig it out. But it was something to do with, this is someone you need to know. And I want to say that came from, it may have been the Express or the Sun. I can't remember. But yeah, I remember seeing that. I was just like, wow. And when I found it, it was long after the article was printed or released on the tabloid press, social media. But when I saw it, I had to read it a couple times because I'm just like, they said that about her? I couldn't believe it. So it wasn't all bad all the time, but once they get their marching orders, they will, like jackbooted thugs, they'll go stumping down the street and take out whoever doesn't look like them. And thank goodness they don't look like them. Thank goodness they don't look like them. Watch this documentary, The Children of Shame. prejudice after World War One, you will understand why black people reputation was or is still being destroyed. Oceans, I that's a topic that I have like in various forms or another. I have read and watched all kind of stuff about that because I'm still trying to sort out the Second World War. I'm still trying to sort out, all of the things that happened with the camps and everything. So that's like a topic that I'm always fascinated is how do they get to that point? How does a society have like this cult like following for someone? I mean, let's face it, we almost had that here in the United States the last few years. Let's see, the failed because they started making up lies from day one. Yeah, I don't remember. It could have been the Express or someone else. But that article, I saved it when I saw it. I was just like, fascinated by it. So I just can't remember who actually ran the article. And I actually um one of the videos I made ages ago, I know it's in there, but I couldn't even remember which video it was, but I did use it as a reference. And while I was researching for a video, that's how I found it. And I was just like, wow, it's like night and day. I can't believe they said something so nice. Okay. I doubt it was the son. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that one already. Where am I? There we go. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Mary G. Thank you. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Harry has the better up. I think we talked about that. Wait, was it a week, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, Harry has the better up. Where it's with the Navy, right? Queen Bee. I believe it's with the Navy. It's with one of the armed forces. Where they're gonna coach like what 1,200 people or something like that. I remember that one was coming up. Preparing myself for all the upcoming events from Harry and Meghan. Yes, Sonia Johnson. I think we all should. We all should. I'm still not settled on whether or not I'm going to travel to The Hague, but I hope so. Because I've been doing some dental stuff and it looks like I'm not done yet. And that may be a factor, so I'm not sure. But yeah, unfortunately, I got more dental stuff coming up. So if I log on and you hear me sounding like is it Daffy Duck, where he has that where he's like has that slobbering speech all the time, then you'll know that I've had some more work done. Okay, let's see here. Instead of what he says, don't give photos, but all the damages have already been done. Yeah. Yeah, whatever that article was and however old it was, and I'm gonna say it's probably from 2017. Um, there's been so much awful done from the tabloids that it's like a moot point at this time. Let's see. Yeah, is Bojo out of a job, or is he getting like some kind of no confidence vote? I think Bojo's on his way out, right? I do believe he's on his way out. I saw something about that, and I don't really understand how the parliament works. I'm still trying to figure out the House of Representatives and the Senate. So, but from what I'm to understand, I think Bojo's on his way out. Let me see. Okay. I tell you what, if there's a link for it, if you give me like the actual title, I'll definitely look for it. Should be interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't just declare myself away from it like that. I would definitely check it out. Okay. Lord Nappyhead is angry after his big loss. He must have warned the palace not to give Harry and Meghan any protection. Remember, Lord Nappyhead got some dirt on the palace, allegedly, possibly, and most likely. Where have I heard that before? Allegedly, possibly, and most likely. I like that, Felicia. Thanks. But yes, allegedly, possibly, and most likely have some dirt. Lord Nappyhead. Well, I mean, he's one of the family, or he's an aristocrat, or whatever. So of course, he knows where all the bodies are buried, so to speak. So I just don't trust Lord Nappyhead. Anybody with hair that nappy and lips that small cannot be trusted. Never trust anybody with nappy hair and small lips. I just don't trust him. His lips ain't full enough. Let me see. B10 is what they want the podcasters to do, is it, and it's working. Really? Well, please tell me what they want from us, because I am not sure what that means. Okay, let me get rid of nappy head. Okay. Bot Sentinel is talking about hiring journalists to write facts. I hope so, because I am tired of the lies. I hope they print articles that expose the lies that the UK prints. Yeah, that's another good point, Ty Fletcher. When you say hiring journalists, or hiring journalists, because remember, the Sussexes says they're not talking to the rota anymore. They are not dealing with the rota. There's a list of agencies or papers or journalists. There's a whole list of people that they're not working with anymore. And so maybe that's one of the reasons why they're upset, is because when the Sussexes do return to the UK, they're not going to give them the access that they would so desire. But all I can say, if you want that access, try not to be, such a horse's behind, and maybe they will talk to you. But of course, we know that's not going to happen. That the hate is what sells, so they're going to keep printing hate. Let's see. No problem with the statement. Okay. Shola said that Bojo's career should be over. Oh, I'm going to have to look for that. I love when Dr. Shola says anything. The Sussexes are able to get security in the UK and get to visit Elizabeth. Can you imagine how crazy that island will be over it? Yes, Deanna, I could imagine that. Yeah, and the press would be very furious if they're not allowed to get close to them, which of course they wouldn't be. That's why I know Prince Harry is not going to the Jubilee, because it will be covered by the tabloids. They will definitely want access. They will definitely want that. And I'm pretty sure that there is some ally inside of the institution that would help them. Yeah, because don't forget, the calls are coming from inside the house. You know what I mean? That they would get access to the Sussexes one way or the other. And I know just where the access would come from, but I'm just not allowed to say it, because that might prove, worrisome for that person. So I'm not going to say who, but just look at the screen. Just stare at the screen. That's who. The calls are coming from inside the house. That's who would help them. Okay. Has anyone in the UK seen anything from Duel and Duel on their YouTube site? Oh, I forgot they had a YouTube. Beverly, isn't that something? I forgot they have a YouTube. That's that channel that nobody watches. I forgot about that. OMG, I forgot they have a YouTube channel. there has been so little said about it, and I don't think anybody ever goes to it, so I forgot they even had a YouTube channel, but that would be interesting to see if there's anything on it. Wow, thank you for that, Beverly. That'll give me something to do. I'm curious now. But look, let's not all do it because we don't wanna help them. 'em, it'll drive the algorithm. Let me see. I'm sorry, I had to make this bigger. I cannot see that. Let me see. Hold on. Make oh, that didn't help at all. Let me see. Nope, that didn't help. How about this? What does it say? No, I can fix this. Okay. They've created a monster feast, just like one Tory member said about Bojo. They are snakes and can slither their way into any space with mics in front of their face. Yep. Thank you for that. I forgot all about it. Just so that I don't forget anything else, let me. Oh, this is something I didn't even know was here. Let me see what this is. Can you all hear that? I think this is. Oh, let me see. How about that? Can you all hear that? Okay, okay. Okay, this is something on the StreamYard menu. I did Oh, it says new. It's new background music. That is so cool. No wonder I've never seen it. It says right here on the caption, it's well, on the menu, it says background music, new. That's cool. I didn't even know that was there. I wonder how long it's been there. Well, obviously it's new. Do you guys like the background music? I think this music is awful. This one is called Night Driving. And okay, they have one called Feeding the Ducks. Hey. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Come on. I'm not thinking I like it though. They only have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've only got 8 selections on here. I'm impressed that they have it at all, to be honest with you. Because if you guys knew how much this StreamYard costs, they should have like a whole orchestra available for us. StreamYard is expensive. And then they charge you for storage space. I don't like it. But you can adjust the sound level. This is high and this is low. You know what? They might as well stop wasting people time. That is awful music. This is called daydreaming. At what point would I even use this? Like my intro. Hello, welcome to Royal Sussex. Hello, Ivy here. I mean, when would I use it? So yeah, that's kind of useless. But thank you, StreamYard, for nothing. Oh well, let me get back to the comments. Yeah, that's new. I didn't even know that was on there. Hello, Donna Black. You say, I am independent and I don't vote for either candidate because I don't vote for the lesser of two evils is still evil. Yeah, Donna Black, it does make a difference. But it's a shame that it always comes down to either Coke or Pepsi, isn't it? It's always a shame it comes down to Coke or Pepsi. It was a no-brainer for me this last election. I knew I was not going to vote for the Orange Menace no matter what. Let's see. I knew this would happen. Yeah, she wants a new trial. I mean, that's the American way, though, isn't it? It's their right to ask for another trial. And because she knows so many secrets, somebody will pay for her defense. You know what, Connie? That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. That and prayer keeps you from feeling absolutely helpless. That's why we pray because, it keeps us from feeling absolutely helpless. So, yeah, we all have to remember to do that. We have to send all of our prayers, positive energy, light a candle, whatever, gets you in that spiritual way, and send as much as we can to Montecito and to anybody else in your life that needs that prayer. We have to do that because, you know, I think it just makes a difference. Oh, thank you, Black Queen. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for staying on the, live stream today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. But yes, thank you, Black Queen. Um, yeah, I guess everything with this Social Security stuff, it's sobering. Um I'm glad we know. I hate that it was leaked. I hate that this information was leaked, but I'm glad that we know, what Harry's been up against. At least he doesn't have to shoulder this burden by himself. And I think that by talking about it, that if for some odd reason the Sussexes are listening to me or anybody else in the squad, at least they know that we care. So I'm glad for that. I hope they know that this matters just as much to us. Well, probably not as much as it means to them, but it matters a lot to us. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's a real betrayal of to Harry from the royal family. He is being terribly betrayed by them for everything that he's done for Queen and country. This is the thanks he gets. So, you know what? I need to go and check my notes, make sure that I covered everything, which is what I was doing when I discovered that weird background music. That's what I was doing when I have my notes, on the thing here, and that's what I was doing when I discovered this weird black background music. Uh, I gotta get it together. I gotta get it together. Okay, there's still 804 of us here. Thank you so much for that. I am going to, check my notes. Let me look at a couple comments first. All the talk about the Queen invited Prince Harry and Meghan and the children to the Jubilee celebration is a big lie or fake news. Beverly, I agree with that. I don't think she invited them at all. I don't think she even invited them. I think that there may have just been a basic expectation, but if she really wanted them to be there, we wouldn't be discussing security right now. You know, they Yeah, you should see my toy box. Wait a minute, Church Nelly. I'd like to see your toy box. I'm sure it's more interesting. um, oh, thank you for that, Church Nelly. I needed a laugh. But I'd like to see your toy box. We can compare our toy boxes. Okay, there. Of course. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me stop this. It's getting on my nerves. I don't know what I was thinking. Stop. Okay. Alrighty. um. Oh, something's. Let me see. Now it's Baron after. Oh yeah. Yes, this is nightclub Baron. This is tavern Baron. This is Baron sitting at the end of the bar at the tavern. I think they just keep saying they are invited just for show, for the public to think that they are welcome. And of course, Melita, don't forget the tabloids are making money from the fact that they get to talk about the Sussexes all the way up until the day of the Jubilee, and then days after they can say the Sussexes didn't show up at all. So they get that. Can we have? Let me see. Moderators, can we not have politics here? Oh, we got some politics? And hi, Rachel's son. I love your profile photo you got there. Let me see. Came across Baron. Thank you, Baron. At the list we know, Meghan, Mary, and Harry are not. Yeah, they're not alone. They're not alone. We're there for them. We are there for them. Yeah, we are there for them. And I don't know how we could convey that to them any further than how we are doing it now, but I'm sure they know. I'm sure they have to. I mean, at some point they're going to come across YouTube and they're going to know that there's a whole community out there pulling for them. Let me see. That's coming over there for her 70 years on the throne is like having Lily Diana christening. Lies, lies, lies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really can't even speak to what the objective is with this whole security thing, except for the fact is it's cruel and it's selfish because they don't want the Sussexes to have any of the limelight. Okay. Thank you for that, Lydia. I have to confess, I've only seen like a fraction of the comments, but they move kind of fast, and I try to pick things as I can. But yeah, so I don't see everything that everybody's saying. Okay. B10 Power, are you leaving us? See there, I missed that one. I had to go look for it. Good night, B10 Pow. Have a great day at work tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on Royal Sussex. Okay, I think I'm going to say goodnight. Well, we're almost at 2 hours, aren't we? But yeah, I'm going to say goodnight soon. So get your final thoughts together. And as I said several times, I'm going to scan through my notes, make sure I covered everything. I think I did. We talked about, yeah, I think I got everything. I'm going to check out a couple things though. Okay, I'm not really going to talk about the Meg Ryan thing. I don't care about that. Meg Ryan almost met Harry. Meg Ryan rides her bike on Meghan and Harry's private Montecito Road after buying 9.5 million. Oh gosh, are they naming the price of her house too? Are they naming the price of her house? Oh, by the way, somebody sent me a Cash App. I don't think it's the same name that you use on the YouTube, LW. I'll just say the initials. But thank you, LW. I just noticed that on my phone. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad I caught that. All right. Thank you, LW. Okay, so we talked about oh, well, okay. It's just this. It's just this. I knew it was one more thing. So let me get that photo up for you, and then we'll talk about that, and then we'll start making our slide toward the exit door. Remember, it is last call for alcohol. You don't have to go home, but you have to get out of here. Let you know how many times I've been to a bar. I thought that was my name for a while, last call. Okay. So I got that one part. Okay, this is the other part. Alrighty. So here we go. I'm going to take this off. There we go. Why Queen Elizabeth isn't a fan of Meghan Markle's power pantsuits. Excuse me. The Duchess of Sussex often wears pants for her official outings, but it doesn't have the royal seal of approval. Okay, so this article is from September 4th, 2018. Why don't we all fast forward to 2020, January of 2020, and guess who cannot stay out of pants? Guess who cannot stay out of pants in January 2020? Duchess Doolittle. Now, every time you see her, she's channeling the Duchess of Sussex. So at one point, she couldn't stay out of the coat dresses. Now, all of a sudden, every time you look around, she's wearing pants, and she's not alone. So is the Countess of Wessex, Sophie. She's often wearing pants. Although sometimes when they're having a girls' night out, she will wear the occasion. Sometime when she and Pennywise have the girls' night out, they both will occasionally wear dresses or skirts. But I'm not going to start that again. But occasionally, when they will have their girls' night out, she will put a skirt on, and so does the Count of Wessex. Both of them wearing their dresses collectively. So. Just a couple of girlfriends out for a stroll in the Royal Great Windsor Park. So that happens sometimes. Is it Ford Fiesta's birthday today? Are you kidding me? It's her birthday today? Okay, so one of the ladies on the screen is her birthday today. The other one, who spent the whole entire 2 weeks in the British Marines, it's not her they birthday today. So it is not them they's birthday today. Just the one on the left, not the one on the right. Not her, but her. Not, or should I say, not them they, but her. Oh, that's just tacky of me. But yes. Okay, well, thank you for that, Lydia. She's only 57? Really? Are you serious? I thought she was like 70. And she's only 57. Because for a while I thought that, that this was one of those like spring, fall, or winter, fall relationships. Or I'm okay, winter, spring. Let's be fair. Winter, spring. I had no idea. Okay, well, thank you for that. Okay, well, happy birthday, Ford Fiesta, aka Countess of Wessex. Happy birthday to you, you pack of mayonnaise. Excuse me. So, all right, so there's that. Anyway, let me get Fiesta and Uncle Pennywise off of there. And we have just a few minutes left. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I was talking about um this yeah. Okay, the Queen and Kate Middleton are usually spotted in skirts or dresses, but Meghan loves a trouser. From wide leg ones in Edinburgh to cigarette style pants on the red carpet to these flared version she wore to the WellChild Awards. So yeah, this again is part of this article, and they were mentioning the fact that the Duchess of Sussex likes to wear pants, and of course that style cue has been picked up by one of the most brilliant thinkers of our time. Dr. Joyce Jazhan has often been seen out and about in trousers these days. Wide legs, skinny, those same brown boots that she had since the 12th grade. She's always in pants these days. So that's a little cue that she picked up from Meghan. And not even embarrassed to well, I won't say she's not going to ever acknowledge it, but she's just not embarrassed to do it. So that was the other thing I wanted to talk about today. Your comments? Oh, let me get that face off the screen. Let me take that away. Anything, right? I feel you. Anything. Nope, not what? What? Let me see. Let me find the Sussexes. There we go. We'll put them up there. Since that is the topic, is their security today. All right. So can't sleep, so I thought I'd listen to the chat. It's now almost 3 a.m. Really? Well, thank you for staying here with us. Okay. Duchess of Success said that the R&R didn't show up for Will and Kate's engagement the other day. Really? I didn't know they had oh, that's the one where she wore did she wear the brown or the blue? Because I know she had the tan coat one day and she had on the blue. Well, I'm imagining that it probably looks a lot like the Earth shot, right? Actually, not just the Earth shot. Is it Earth shot or is it Earth shot, right? That's a weird name. I always call it earshot, but I guess it is Earth shot. But yeah, so this was the Royal Carol, and there was barely anyone there for that. As you can see, there's a bunch of empty spaces in the background. And the other event where no one showed up, of course, was this one, the Earth shot. So between the Royal Carol and the Earth shot, there was barely anybody there because nobody cares what they're doing. And the Royal Rotor knows that if they show up, it is going to be a lackluster, uneventful occasion that will involve a whole bunch of like odd and weird glances at one another. And then they'll go back and say how in love they are and how they just couldn't keep their hands off of each other. And we'll just pretend that the whole thing with the rose garden doesn't even exist. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I didn't hear about that. But thank you for telling me. Okay. Oh, yes, that happened, didn't it? They asked Charles about Andrew, and Charles was, being a bit coy. And then, of course, with William, and remember what William said, they are not that kind of a family. So, yeah, there was that. The look of love, it sure is. The love of contempt for one another. That's the look it is. Oh, hello, Laverta. Welcome to the chat. I hope you had a good day. I hope you're having a better day than those people in the photo right there, because they're not having a good life, let alone a day. Okay, so it is almost that time. Who would like to have the last word? Wore a white dress to. Yeah, she wore the white dress to the wedding. It was an insult, and being so prominent in the wedding, like walking the children into the chapel, you would think she would have known better. I think she wore burgundy to Beatrice or Eugenie's wedding, but for Meghan, she wore something that appeared to be white on camera with no patterns whatsoever, just, like an off white. Okay. Did not know that. I know her. Okay, I think I read. Oh, let me scroll. I'm sorry. Let me scroll. Time these tyrants show up to be the obvious obtruse in their space. Lil Rock, I swear, when I grow up, I hope to be as great a writer, as good a writer, as great, good. See what I mean? I wish I could write like you. Your comments are like legendary. I always look at you in the comments and they're incredible. Good night, Beverly Isidore. Okay, we're looking for a last word. Oh, yeah, we need a last word. Anybody, something. It doesn't have to be the most profound. Okay, I'll take that, Beverly. I need it. I'll just let that be it. So Beverly Isidore says, "Good night, Baron. Love the podcast and stay safe." I accept. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us here on the Royal Sussex. And let's pray for the Sussexes. They need us to let it be known that we're in their corner. I mean, we're already doing that, but we have to continue to do that, and we have to pray for them because they need it, and I need it for them. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all, and I will. I'll probably edit something tomorrow. Maybe that'll help. I need to edit something because, oh well. When things are going your way and you have a great day, then along comes Debbie Downer. Okay, I'm not going to sing that again. Always here to tell you about a new disease, a car accident, or killer bees. You beg her to spare you. Oh, Debbie, please. But you can't stop Debbie Downer. Oh, yes. Good night. Thank you, Beverly Isidore. Thank you again. Okay. Good night, you guys. Love you.